Hello there! This is a Wii U game, you may recognise it, mainly because it probably came in your box set. Anyway, Daniel, Ungrade64 Civilian here, and we're going to go through Nintendo Land, because, frankly, we need some content on this game, or on this gaming channel, and it's a bit of casual fun, isn't it? And I can do this and make the screen go all funny, and you can all shout at me, it will be great. But at the moment, I'm here by myself. That won't always be the case, obviously. But while I am here by myself, let's go through some of the games for one person only. Starting first of all with Yoshi's Fruit Cart on the snack trail. Now, I've only played these games a little bit. I've played most of them a couple of times just to get used to what I'm doing, so I'm not so bad that you all want to punch me to death. The idea of Yoshi's Fruit Cart is to use the stylus, draw a line from start to finish. It's kind of as simple as that. However, en route, there are some dastardly fruits you must consume. And unfortunately, because I'm showing you the top screen, what you're going to see is me sitting there like a lemon. In reality, I'm having to use the geometric properties of those squares, or any tile background, to try and work out where things are. For example, I can see that the grass around the banana is a slightly more yellow colour. So I'm going to go up there and track it and go through the door at the end. The idea, you see, in one fell swoop is to collect all the fruit and get through the door. If failure to do either of those things results in a lost life. So that's what you have to do. However, as you can see at gate 2 here, things are a bit more difficult. There's a question mark door. That is a warp door. I'm not going for the best performance possible. I'm kind of giving you a quick run through of some of the games, and it's not really a review because a review would dictate that it was done in the right near the time of release. More quick choo-choo stop ride through a lot of the games, mainly because they are quite interesting, considering it was effectively a free bundle piece of equipment for the majority of people. It's actually a lot of good fun. However, because I am trying to talk and do this at a reasonable speed, I have a feeling that I am going to gargle gonads at this game today. So, the tomato or the pepper there is just into the main part of the yellow. Then there was the banana on the outside, about the same height as the curtain effect on the cloud shape on the left. And then we have to go down quite a long way to about the same height as the next cloud to the right of the melon. Sweep it up. And then we want to go to the warp gate because, frankly, the next few levels are very, very samey, and I'll try and rattle through some as quickly as I can. As you can see, I had a jittery moment there and almost missed it. Being left-handed is not a huge penalty in this game, unlike a lot of games that require handwork, because you're not relying on anything other than your hand, the stylus, and a screen, rather than having to rely on analog sticks, D-pads, buttons, A, B, X, Y. You don't need any of that for this game. There are numbers on those fruits. You have to eat them in order. However, I could eat that peach in the middle there at any time I was so inclined. That does not get affected by the system, through the Dagobah system. However, this is, in theory, and this is famous last words, not a hugely difficult level. So we'll try that, and now I've said that, I am dreading missing a fruit, because obviously if you miss any fruit, you fail. But we look okay, and we're going into the warp gate again, because we're trying to rattle through a few levels. On to gate number... Oh, we've gone a long way. Gate number 15. And you can see how the difficulty really ramps up. Those things that look like CDs in the middle of the game, they are designed so that Yoshi can eat all fruit that he can see. Now, you can see at the bottom there's a bar. That is Yoshi's energy bar. And if you run out of energy, you can no longer move, therefore you lose. So, how do we want to go about this one? What I'm thinking is we go up the top of the shop and get the first one, number 1 first. That's about here. Then what we want to do is try and get a good angle on the pepper, the chili pepper, so that he eats number 2 and 3. Then we're going to have to go down and collect the bell pepper, or whatever it is. But the problem here is we're going to have to use the other bell pepper in order to get the number 4 banana, because we won't have enough energy to get there and back. So what we're going to have to do is sweep back round. We're going to collect the present. The present you technically don't need to collect, but I do because, well, it's there and it's a collectible. Therefore, gamer logic, you have to try and collect it at all costs. And hopefully this will get us through the map. Possibly not, but you never know. As you can see, Yoshi's angle of attack there is a bit limited, so we do have to be a bit careful. He does look a little bit like he's suffering from Parkinson's because I don't have a very smooth hand. That V-chip is to help you find it as a marker. You can place that down somewhere to help you estimate where things are. But as it happens, that went smooth as smooth could be. To the next level, level number 16. And as you can see, this is a lot more difficult. And I've actually never gotten this far before. So, luckily, the one saving grace is that the food is not moving. Because had it been one that was moving, this could have been an almighty difficult level. It looks like a very difficult one now, but it could have been an even tougher one. The key here is to try not to eat the watermelon before the peach, which could be quite a challenge. We're going to try this. Then what we're going to do is loop back to the middle, because that's safe. Then we're going to go up to number 4. Then we have to loop back round again. But we're going to go quite a long way. Not an excessively long way, but quite a long way. That way we can try and guarantee not eating something by accident. Then we're going to go and try and go through the middle again. And around. Up to the fruit in the top right corner. Hopefully not missing it. Getting number 7. Then we've got to go back down. Like so. Collect it up nicely. And I've spoken a good game there, but it could be a lot of an impossibility. See how close to the peach I got there. The number 8 peach nearly got swiped early. Got a 1-up as it happens. I'm probably going to end up skipping parts of this out at some point, because otherwise you're going to be bored to death. Because I appreciate that as interactive a game as this is, it's probably not the best viewing. But as you can see, that's how we've managed to do that level, level 16, or gate 16, I can't remember what it was called. Either way, we didn't run out of food either, so all is good. Gate 17, we have a bee? What does this mean? I don't know. I genuinely have no idea what that implies. Like I said, I've never gotten this far. I'm not entirely sure what I'm meant to be doing. Am I meant to be collecting flowers, do we think? I don't know. So what we're going to do is go straight to the end and hope we don't crash straight into the bee. Did we win? Was that it? I don't know. Oh, I know why those flowers are there. They're to try and confuse you. I get it. I get it. How rude. Rude. Wow, this is getting a lot more difficult, therefore. So if we collect this en route, then I've got to kind of hope that we can just slide in before the bee gets us. And now we're good. Are they even bees? Because bees go after flowers. They don't tend to fly around gates and fruit, per se. Maybe they're just wasps. That would explain many things, because wasps are very much bum holes, to say the least. So, how are we going to go about this one? I think I'm going to go to the melon at the top, the watermelon at the top first. Shouldn't call it a melon, because melons are used in Yoshi games. And then we're going to have to slide in. Kind of follow the loop round. Unfortunately, I've kind of lost track on where I am on the map at the on the touchpad, which you can't see, which is saving my blushes somewhat. We're going to try and go out of this circle again. Can I get around the back of the door, do we think? I genuinely do not know. I have no idea, guys. Oh well, it's the first time for everything. Well, this is going to be an absolute disaster waiting to happen, I can feel it. So, the plan is to get the watermelon, then go downwards, collect the strawberry, and I missed it, but we can go around the back of the door. It's actually quite helpful that I failed at least once, because I can show you what happens now. So I thought I've collected all the food, and I've gone back safe and hit the door in the face, because I've not eaten all the fruit. So I lose a life, obviously. But more importantly, when you lose, you can see the path that you've been on. And all the food that you've already eaten is there. So actually, as it happens, we don't need to use our old path whatsoever. We can just go round, collect our fruit, so long as we haven't been stupid and missed it, and then just go straight on. Luckily, our first gambit was reasonably good, therefore we didn't have to worry too much. Very good indeed. Gate number 20. Obviously falling down the holes is an instant fail. I'm guessing hitting the B is an instant fail. I wonder if that's the final level gate, because that is a fancy gate and I've never seen such a thing before. But that B is going perilously slowly. This could be quite a difficult level, guys. So, how do we want to go about this? What's the quickest route? Because we have to go clockwise because of the numbers. Don't really have much of a choice in that regard. And the clouds around us are moving, which is making targeting this even more difficult. So what we want to do, I think, is go diagonally up towards the watermelon, not the watermelon, the regular melon. Then we're going to go down and try and collect that bell pepper without getting skewered by the bee. So I've then got to loop back round onto the cloud there. And I hope I don't touch a bee. Go straight down. Hopefully not missing the fruit on there, because my drawing of that line is pretty poor, to be honest. Again, that's something you can't see. I wonder if you can actually eat the bee with the chili. That might be a good idea. So, what we want to do now is go across the bottom left, but I need a point of reference. So I want to kind of follow the cloud here. Hopefully I've not fallen in the pit of despair there. Despair there. I'm a poet and I never knew it. So we want to go back. We want to be quite close to Yoshi, or Yoshi, as many people call him. And then we want to try and get back across. But if I miss the chili, I might run straight into the bee. So, how are we going to do? I thought for a minute I was going to miss the peach right off the start line, and that would have been a bit embarrassing. So, we're doing okay so far. We've got the one up. If that's the finishing gate, I don't think we're going to need it, but... Oh, that was a bit lucky. Right, the door is open. Can we eat the bee? Tasty bees! A bee? Tasty? Tasty bees. Drink it, then convert it to poop. All gates passed. That's kind of convenient because that's the first time I've ever done it and it was on a recording. Not going to complain. Wasn't my PB because I skipped a lot of gates, naturally. Oh, we've got extra gates, but we're not going to worry about them. This was just showing you this video and this game in general. Well, be back soon for the second video on the next game in the solo section. Talk to you then.